Hey everybody, Mr. G here, Storytime, talking about growing up. Oh, fun times, right? Not really. But hey, I survived. This is about 8th grade, Miss Centeno's 8th grade history social studies class. So in my entire academic career, high school, which I dropped out of, and college, I only failed 3 classes, 2 classes in college and 1 class in high school. The 2 classes in college I failed was yoga, problem with the instructor, and sex ed, also problem with the instructor, nothing to do with the material. Um, in high school, I failed Miss Centeno's 8th grade social studies class. So, 8th grade was one of my last years in school. It was actually middle school, not high school. And my brother, my twin brother, was also in the 8th grade with me, and he had Miss Centeno as well. He was in a different class period, and his best friend in 8th grade was this kid named Tim Ingram. Tim was also my friend. Tim was the only black kid in the entire school of Bradley Middle School in San Antonio, Texas. And me and him, my brother, were really good friends. But they were also class clowns and delinquents. They got in a lot of trouble in Miss Centeno's class. They played basketball with a desk. They threw spitballs. My brother would yell out inappropriate things during class. And then she found out I'm his twin brother, and I was completely different, you know. But I actually, I had glasses and was like kind of nerdy. People didn't even believe that we were brothers, and a lot of times growing up, my brother claimed that I wasn't even related to him, which really hurt and really stung and sticks with me. But in 8th grade, I was in Miss Centennial's class, and I had glasses and stuff, but I was still able to hang out with my brother and his friend Tim. Puberty happened, and I was taller and broader than everybody else. But I started hanging out with them. But I remember intentionally marking the questions wrong on the test because the goal was me, Michael, and Tim. We were all going to fail 8th grade and come back the next year bigger and stronger than everybody else and dominate everybody and be on the basketball team and this and that. Um, but also, the main issue was 50% of our grade in Miss Centeno's class was a class project where we had to look up our identities, our cultural identities, our background, whether we were German, Irish, where our parents came from, where our grandparents came from, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, this and that. And I remember my brother didn't even bother. He's like, I'm not doing that, but it was 50% of our grade. And so I remember asking my father about it and showing him the packet. And he took one look at it like it was a dead fish and just threw it at me like, I'm not fucking doing this. And then so I failed the class because I was 50% of the grade. So it was the first ever class I ever failed. And I was forced to take summer school. My father was so pissed. He's like, you damn well better find a way to pay for it. So I scoured the newspaper ads until I finally found a job that accepted 14-year-olds. And I was selling the newspaper subscription door to door. And it's funny because I ended up being the best newspaper salesman in all of San Antonio. I broke all the sales records, most sales in a day, most sales in a week, highest paycheck. And that job is what actually finally got me out of my father's house and onto living on my own and taking care of myself, which I've done ever since.